Well, hello. How's everybody doing? I'm here on a second time on a Monday. So lots going on today. Had a great opportunity to introduce a friend of mine earlier today on a live. If you missed that, make sure to check it out. Steve Ugan. He's just a great guy. He's got a great story and wanted to share about that. But I'm coming back on because I wanted to really focus on that while I was talking with him, and I have another announcement, and this is going to be a much shorter video. I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but I just wanted to take an opportunity, make sure that you guys had seen our new book that we have put out, Discerning and Responding to Prophecies. I put this book out because I have talked to so many people over the last 20 plus years of prophetic ministry that have been confused by prophetic words, either prophetic words that didn't seem to come to pass, or weren't sure if what they were hearing was really from God, or if it was from God. Well, what do I do with it? How do I respond to this situation? How do I respond to this dynamic? One of the stories I tell in this book is something that happened early in my journey. The church that I was at, we had some prophetic activity, and one of the couples that was a part of that church had received a prophetic word, and they went off and moved to another state trying to make that prophetic word happen, and it ended up not working out at all. They were very hurt, they were very broken, and they came back to the church. I remember talking to my pastor, and he was explaining how he was just sad about the situation and how much healing that this couple had to go through, and it was kind of being blamed on the prophetic word rather than on the response to it. And there are times when prophetic words are missed, and there's a misunderstanding that there, but there's also a time when we respond to the prophetic word in the wrong way. And if we can grow in wisdom on how to recognize when it's God and when it's not God, and we can start to grow in wisdom on what to do with the things that we're hearing, we're going to be able to grow significantly when it comes to recognizing and responding to the voice of God. So this is it's a really short book. It's about 120 pages. It's not going to take a long time to read, but it's got a lot of very practical things that I've had to work out in conversations with people over the last 20 plus years of prophetic ministry. That's going to be really helpful. One of the sections that we talk about is recognizing soulish prophecy. And I have talked to a number of people in the prophetic movement, people that are new to prophetic. And it is not very common for people to really understand how our soul can create quote unquote prophetic experiences that are not prophetic. And so I teach through that. I teach through how that can happen, and then how to recognize it, how we can remove that to a good extent so that we're able to hear a pure word from God on a more regular basis. So lots of real practical wisdom. So that's one of the sections we go through, soulish prophecy. One of the other things that we talk about in this is understanding how the things that God says to us when he speaks, they're not communicated in a vacuum. They're actually part of a broader conversation that God has been having with us. And so if we get a prophetic word, or if we get a dream, or if we get a vision, or somebody gives us something, it fits into this bigger picture of this conversation that God has with us, because as we're walking with God, he's giving us all of those things, dreams and visions and prophetic words, things that he speaks to our heart, things that he speaks through other people, unveiling things out of scripture, speaking to us out of circumstances, the divine moments, those imaginations that come up that kind of sometimes feel like daydreams, but are actually from the Lord. And all of those things coming together give us a bigger picture of what it is that God is saying. And so we talk about that. We talk about how to recognize that bigger picture and how to fit the pieces that we're getting, the individual pieces, into that bigger picture. We also talk about how to work with leaders, how to work with spiritual directors in discerning and responding to prophetic words, and what the role of that is, how to recognize who is a safe person to actually have those conversations with, and then what role do they play in our discerning process? What role do they play in our application process? And then I talk about the different types of prophetic words that we can get. Sometimes God will give us an identity word, saying something about who we are. And how do we respond to that? Sometimes he's giving us a correction word. I want you to change this. I want you to do this differently. And sometimes he's giving us direction word. Go do this, accomplish this. And then there's those big destiny words where it's letting us know what our life purpose is, that thing that God created us for. And when we can recognize the different types of revelation, each of those types of revelation have a different way to respond to them. And so I talk about how to recognize the different types of revelation and then the right response for each of them. It's a very helpful, practical book that the people that have read it already have said that it's going to be very helpful for people that get this. So we want to make sure that this is getting out into people's hands. So a couple different things that we're doing. We have started pre-orders available right now. If you go to our website, you'll see a banner right on the top page. So there is pre-orders that's available. I went ahead and put our website up on the screen so that you would be able to see it. If you go there, you can get a pre-order and you'll have all the information. We actually have an online course that goes with it. Some of you might have already taken it and you just need the book, but that is available for you if you're interested. And we're asking for you to help us get the word out, because this is going to be a very helpful resource for people that have been disappointed, people that have been confused, some people that are zealous and don't realize the need for the discernment process that's there. This is going to save people a lot of pain if they can get these principles. So we would love your help in getting the word out about this book so we can get it into the hands of as many people as possible. And one of the ways that we're doing that is we're doing a giveaway where if you will, let me get all the information. If you follow us on all our different social uh, platforms, that's the word I'm looking for. That word just left me for a second. If you follow us on all the different social platforms, so Streams Ministries specifically, and I know this is being streamed on Streams Ministries, but also on my personal profile. But if you follow Streams Ministries on our Instagram, on our Facebook, we've got a Facebook page, on TikTok, and on YouTube. And you're following or subscribing on all of those different platforms. And then if you will tag and comment 3 different people about this giveaway post, and we're going to be putting that post up, you'll see it on all the different platforms tonight as well as tomorrow. Obviously, this video, we'll be putting all the information into the comments so that you'll be able to see it. And share a post about this giveaway where you tag us on that. So make sure it's on a public profile. We're going to track those, and the first 10 people that do that is going to get this book for free. We'll get your information. If you are not in the United States or in Canada, we will send you a digital version of the book. But if you're in the United States or Canada, we will mail you a copy of this book, and we're going to announce all of the winners in a little over a week. So this is August 19th right now. So the time is starting, and this is going to go on until midnight of August the 26th. Now, midnight Texas time. So some of you are in different countries, but Texas time, Central Standard Time, midnight, August the 26th. That's when the time period ends. And then we're going to announce who the winners are at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, the 28th of August. So challenge is given. Let's see if anybody wants to accept that, if you can help us get the word out there. And even if you're not interested in doing all of this, if you can just let people know that this book is available, that would be wonderful. Let your pastors know, because this is a great pastoral resource for those. Any of your prophetic friends that are interested in growing, let them know that this book, Discerning and Responding to Prophecies, How to Recognize What God is Saying saying to you. It's going to be really helpful. So go ahead and start liking, subscribing, all the wonderful things, and we will be giving you the information on who it is that won it. And thank you so much. LM is saying that if we have shorts, that she will reshare that. So I'm sure we actually do have a couple that we have filmed. They'll be coming out before too terribly long. So keep an eye on our socials. We'll make sure that those go out. Thank you so much for the excitement. I think this is going to be a good one for a lot of people. So thank you so much. And pray for this to get into the right hands for the right people, that the people that really need this, that are going to be helped by this book, that they would be able to find it, that they would hear about it, that they would know about it. And let's see what God will do with this new resource that's being released. So bless you guys. Have an astounding evening, and we will talk to you soon.